Morning, morning, girls. I'm going to try to get this young cockerel crowing over here. Yes, I'll be back in a moment. Hold on. There's two crowing. Okay, there's the barred rock that's growing right there. I'm not sure who else is growing, but here's the barred rock. It's an Easter egger. I want to take it back. It's not the Easter egger. Okay, so I'm at a loss for who the second crower is. I think it's that big one right there. That's what I thought it was. Yes, we know you're crowing. My finger, sorry about that. We know it's you, buddy. It's one. We know. We're trying to figure out who the other person is. This red? Perhaps. The red that's always pushing up on me? Let's see. Well, the second one doesn't want to crow. Doesn't want me to know who it is, actually. Ladies, you're in the shade trying to stay cool. Good afternoon. Yes. Yes, it's supposed to get up to 109. The last I saw it was 104. It's insane. I was going to come in and kind of check on egg status and broodiness and that kind of thing. Let me just see what's happening because from what I can see right now, this looks like some possible broodiness here. That is not laying an egg. See that puffiness? Yeah, that's broody. I think we might have to try to shoo her out. Let's see if we can just shoo her out a little bit. Come on, get out of there. You gotta go. Come on. Flip. It's probably Flip. I'm guessing it's Flip. Flip. I just kind of like do a little nudgy. Flip. There you go. Oh, thanks, Flip. Appreciate you not sitting on the eggs. Just kidding. All right. Our production has gone down quite a bit, as you probably would expect. It is hot. So yesterday I collected up 13. Not sure how many I'm going to collect today. There seems to be some sort of promotion going on in here. I'm sure there's some broodiness going on back there as well. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Who in here is possibly laying an egg? Are you actually laying an egg, hun? Hun, are you actually laying an egg? Can you? Okay, I'll just grab a few from underneath your bum, okay? Well, there's two. Thank you. Can I grab a few more from underneath your bum? Okay, she's like, this is an invasion of privacy. Sorry. Just trying to, get some of the eggs. You guys are being weird. Who else is in there? Who else is that? Who? Poke. Hello, Poke. Can we? Okay, this is what I have to do. Okay, so come on out. Nudgy. Let's go out of there. I do it with this because that way if they peck, it's no big deal because I have my little. Who is this? That's Flip. Okay, this is just a quick video of a little project that I'm doing for my daughter, and this is also for people who want to grow some vegetables, but maybe they don't have acreage, maybe they don't have a yard, maybe they just have a patio. Well, this is what you can do. This bucket, I had already drilled a hole in. If you remember, I was going to use this for the chicken water cups, those little waterers, but it didn't work out because I couldn't get a good seal, and it just happened that the hole is the perfect height for what I need. Basically what we're doing is this bucket here, you see it has two holes in it. One hole is going to be for a PVC pipe to go down, and the other hole is going to be for a wicking cup. And these two are going to sit inside of each other like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, of course, this is going to involve dollar store weed block cloth. You know it is. It always does. I'm going to, instead of putting a cup down there, I'm going to make a little pouch down there with soil in it that sits in the bottom so that it will wick up into the main bucket area. As you know, tomatoes and things like that don't like to be watered from the top, even though here on the farm I do a lot of top watering, unfortunately. But I wanted to show you this. So hold on, let me get my hands free so we can get this going, and I'll take some pictures along the way. Okay, so what I've done so far is I just took some of the soil that I have mixed up here, and it's got some eggshells in it as well, and I filled the hole in the bottom. You see, this is like a little, this is where that hole was in the bucket. This is the weed block cloth here, okay? So that soil is now down into the other bucket technically in a little cloth pouch. That's what's going to wick the soil up through the entire bucket. Okay, so now I'm going to put the self-watering part in the standpipe. And so, well, I call it a standpipe. Basically a piece of PVC. I just use the piece I found around here on the farm, not going out and buying anything. I cut it at a little bit of an angle so it doesn't sit perfectly at the bottom, so it's not flush so the water can flow through, or you can drill holes to make sure that it doesn't get blocked. But either way, this sits in here, and I'm just going to tie wrap that to the side so it sits nicely, and then push all of the wheat block cloth around it like so. Get all this in here like this. This will all be filled with soil now, all the way up with soil, and then we'll put our plant in. And this is just using stuff that I had around here, so stay tuned for the rest. Alrighty, there we have it. It's ready to be planted, and I'll show you the first watering and how you water. It's not self-watering, but it's self-wicking, I should say. Self-wicking, there we go. So we're going to water through the PVC. It's going to fill the bottom red bucket. When it gets to the level of the bottom of the orange bucket, you'll know because it'll squirt out that little hole right there. So let's give it a try here. All right, so little water, water going in, and let's see down here when it comes out. We haven't done this yet, so it's got to fill that bottom reservoir, which is the space between the two buckets. And there you go. You are now full. See the water coming out? There's a little soil, not much. I'm not too worried about that. So you kind of know when you're done. This is kind of good. There was probably a little dirt in the bottom of the bucket, so I'm not worried about that. There's one on each side, so if one gets plugged, there's still the other one. So there should be about the same height. Yeah, there's the other one. It's bubbling a little bit there. It's pretty much stopped, but you can see the water level. I don't know if you can or not, the water level in the bottom. So now that can just be wicking up through the soil. It'll hit that cloth that the pouch of soil's in, and it's just start wicking all the way up. And there you go. So it kind of makes it easy. You just come out, fill that, and go. You're done. So now let's put in some tomato plants. So here's the finished product, ready to be put on the patio to grow some delicious purple Russian tomatoes. Isn't that awesome? I can't wait to see how this turns out. Thank you for joining me today on the homestead. It was a hot one, 109, but we've seen hotter, so I really can't complain. Anyway, I'm very excited about that patio planter, and I hope that works out. That was not an original idea, not mine. I will not take credit for that. That's just my take on it based on what I had here on the homestead. So I didn't want to go out and buy anything, so I used the things that I had. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If it's your first time, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification so you don't miss an episode. And as always, be happy, be well, and be blessed.